Hey, what's up guys? BoHD here from PhoneDog.com. Now, as a smartphone reviewer, I use a lot of different phones, and I frequently move my SIM card around from one device to another for testing purposes. Sometimes I'll use a phone longer than others just because there's a longer gap between when a new smartphone launches. Other times I'll just use a phone longer because I genuinely enjoy the phone and I don't really want to switch. And that is the case with my iPhone 11. I switched to the iPhone 11 from the iPhone 11 Pro because I felt that it offered the most bang for your buck of any new iPhone of 2019 and one of the most bang for your buck of any premium smartphone of the time. The two best things about this phone after using it for about 3 months now as my daily driver are the performance and the battery life. The phone just flies through the UI, it opens and closes applications quickly, and it makes me more productive just simply because I can consume the content that I want or I need to consume for my job faster than a lot of other phones. Now, I'm not gonna say it's faster in real world performance than most flagship Android phones of 2019 because they are actually very, very similar, even though I know that the A13 Bionic chip, it's made out to absolutely destroy every other processor in terms of benchmarks and numbers. But when you compare this device to devices that are 1 or 2 years old, then yeah, it's gonna offer a noticeable boost to your productivity. And it's just nice to see the phone continue to run smoothly several months later. It's also been relatively bug-free. When iOS 13 first launched, it was a hot mess and the experience was rough. But on iOS 13.3, they fixed a lot of those bugs and I haven't noticed just anywhere near as many issues as I did when this phone first came out. The other area that is fantastic is the battery life. I can get around 7 hours of screen on time per charge, give or take, which means I usually end my day with only slightly less than 50% of battery remaining on average because I only use the phone or I only use the screen about 3 hours a day. I actually had to go to the hospital the other day because I was having some Crohn's disease related symptoms. Shout out to those of you suffering from Crohn's disease. It is not fun. Stay strong. But I was on my phone a lot because there's very little to do in the hospital, but I was able to use my phone for 2 to 3 days without charging it. And that's not a very easy thing to do with a lot of phones these days. Surprisingly, the camera is the area that I feel the most neutral towards. It still captures some great results in all kinds of lighting conditions, and the app works consistently. The panorama mode did a really good job seamlessly stitching multiple photos together with the sun poking out behind a bunch of clouds and shooting light off in every which direction. The best thing about the iPhone 11 camera, in my opinion, is how well it does overall and how the app opens up quickly and the shutter is consistent. It sounds like something simple, but you'd be surprised at how many Android phones still cannot ship with a proper camera app. With that said, image quality, while still very good, it just doesn't wow me anymore. I'm actually itching to switch back to the Pixel 4 to just revisit how it compares because the Pixel 4's images, they pack more of a punch without requiring any extra edits. Now, I actually really enjoy the size of the iPhone 11. The bigger display over the iPhone 11 Pro is enjoyable, even if the bezels are slightly thicker and the display resolution and type of display are worse. I have medium to large hands, so I can comfortably use it with one hand. I also want to give a shout out to Pitaka for making the best case I have used. This is the Mag Easy case that is fairly grippy, super slim, and super stylish. It's just an all-around hit. So those are my thoughts on the iPhone 11. I'm curious to hear your thoughts in a comment down below. Did you pick up an iPhone 11 recently over the holidays? How long have you been using it? What do you like about it? Dislike? Curious to hear your thoughts. You heard mine? Yeah, so with that said, I'm BoHD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.